Hey yo, what's going on everybody? It's Tylarious, aka Ty Killington. Yeah, man. Alright, today's video, we're talking about the McTONY Robbery. Yeah, the last one is in the game. This would be a breakdown, a tutorial, a guide. I got some tips and tricks, some hints in there, and just some colorful commentary as we go along. Alright? If you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like. If you want to see more content like this, more tutorials, money guides, live streams from my channel, make sure you have your notifications turned all the way on. All right. And in this video, I'll be going through all of the tasks, the planning work, everything that's optional, all that. All right. We'll be walking you through everything. Okay. Then we'll talk about the objectives at the end and as we go along, also. All right. The robbery is going to set you back $20,000 to get you going. Go ahead and make that purchase. And here we go. We got the McTONY Robbery all set up. Max sell value for the vehicle, $360,000. And then if you decide you want to salvage the vehicle, you'll be able to pull in $288,000. All right. So, of course, we have the scope out mission, and you only have to do this on the initial time, and then for the rest of the times you do these contracts, you don't have to worry about the scope out, all right? So let's go ahead and kick that off, and we need to head out to the submarine. So let's go to Elysian Island. Now, when we're out here, you cannot use your Snapmatic on your the phone while you're on the Mark II like you normally can, right? And this is kind of weird. So I parked over here on this roof, and it will allow me to take the picture of the submarine, like the landing scope out area. You gotta take 3 photos. They're all right here in the same area. So I can take the photo right here of the landing area of the actual sub, and it will allow me to send that to Jamal. However, I guess you have to be much, much closer because there's some stuff on this table right here, but it won't work, all right? So you can take the picture from that side, but honestly, man, just choose violence. All these setups are pretty easy to get knocked out. Just go in there, lob you some rockets in there. I did not get the cops on me, so that was good. Maybe taking the picture of the submarine first helped out. But I went here, took care of business. You take a photo of the sonar, take a photo of this planning table right here, the documents, and send it out to Jamal. We're good to go. Scope out mission is done. We're good. All right, return back to the salvage yard, and we'll start up with the rest of the actual setup missions. We get back over here, go back to your desk. And then we see right here, we got the actual robbery set up on the chalkboard or on the wall right here. We got 2 planning work missions and optional disrupt weapons. Only 2 tasks, which is nice. And then, of course, the optional masks. And guys, until you get the career progress and the awards knocked out, make sure you're doing all of the optional tasks and planning work, right? So first one up, we got Tony's Submersible. That's the first planning work mission we're going to do. We're going to head on out to terminal, all right? We're head over here. Again, violence needs to be chosen, all right? Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Go ahead and mark out these baddies over here. If there's a few left, just go ahead and dispatch of them on foot. And then once you mark out the last bad guy, you will be prompted to access the release switch. And the release switch, you need to climb up this ladder to get to it, all right? Now, once you're up here, you'll see the switch located right here on this panel. Go ahead and pull the lever, get that knocked out, and it will drop Tony's submersible in the water. Now, you can go down the stairs and the ladder like a beta, like a normal, regular rando, a spineless, scared individual. No, not me. Oh, Tylarious, I'm jumping the rail. I'm going into a absolutely beautiful gold medal winning swan dive into the water. Perfect. Didn't even have a splash at all. It was amazing, right? That's what you need to be doing as well. Anyways, get to the submarine and bring it over to the checkpoint, and you guys are good to go. All right, once we got that done, we're going to be on to the next planning work. This is good. We're completed, right? Tony's submersible is acquired. You'll be using that later on in the actual robbery, obviously. Let's go ahead and go back to the desk. Next planning work mission we got is the sonar equipment, all right? So go ahead and fire that up. Let's get that launched. And on this particular mission, we are heading on over to El Burro Heights. All right, so we're going to head that way. And once we're over here, we need to break into the warehouse. Again, aggression is the answer. Go ahead and throw some. And guys, listen, because you're doing these in free mode, make sure you send your Mark II away and then call it back so you know maintain your rockets. You only got 20 rockets in there, so keep that in mind as well. If you're using a buzzard or a sparrow, you should be fine. All right, we're going to go ahead and pull up here, take out the bad guys. We're going to be breaking open some crates, okay? And once you're inside the crate, you're going to notice that you have a sonar equipment that you can collect. And once you pop that lid, you'll go ahead and hit the right arrow key or whatever it is for your particular platform. And you're going to pick up and steal the sonar equipment. And then go ahead and once you dip out of here, you're going to have some more bad guys that'll be spawning pretty much almost immediately. They are very aggressive, so keep that in mind. Go ahead, just do what you're gonna do to make your way out and bug on out of there. Head on back to the salvage yard, and we're good to go. All right, so we got that one done. Let's go ahead and work on the optional, which is going to be the disruption mission. You should be familiar with the disruption missions. They're pretty much all the same for not only these robberies, but for the casino heist, stuff like that. We're just going to be taking out some supplies to make it easier for you. We're neglecting the bad guys. Extra equipment and armor, weapons, whatever, right? So let's head over to the lockup. We'll take out the bad guys that are outside guarding. And we're going to go ahead and make our way in. Mark out these baddies in here. Take out these enemy NPCs. And then the first of 4 weapon shipments will be right here. You're going to have to blow this bad guy up and, use a grenade or a sticky or whatever. Just make sure you're far enough away. That way it doesn't get the splash damage doesn't take you out, right? I kind of went back over here in the corner. Blew this up. That's the first of 4. And then once you destroy this, it's going to ask you to go check out the computer over here. You'll see the laptop on the table. Go ahead and hook up to that, and we'll be downloading the information. Then we got 3 more locations to go grab. First one right there, vehicle, take that guy out. Next one, little fire and forget. Take him out. And guys, if you're on a Mark II or a chopper, remember the further away you are with your lock on, the more accurate your rockets are going to be. Okay? Now that we're done with that, that's basically all the planning work plus the optional with the disruption. Let's go ahead and work on our tasks. First task up is going to be picking up the cutting torch. We'll head over here to the location. It's right here, right by where you actually started. You'll pick up the blowtorch right here, the cutting torch. Grab that, and we're good to go. First task is done. Now, moving on to the second task, I'm going to go ahead and pick up my mask in between those two, right? I'm taking the cutting torch back to the salvage yard, and then instead of going directly to the next task mission, which will make me inevitably come back to my the salvage yard, I'm gonna go hit the mask shop up, then go hit up the task, and then once I'm done with the task, I'm done. And so when I go back to the salvage yard, I can just start the actual robbery itself. So we got the mask, pick that up. Now we're all the way out. And remember, the tasks are just done, in free mode. It's just those green duffel bags. You guys should know what these are. All right. We're picking up the security outfits for the McTONY job. It's going to be right up top over here. This was my particular location. We'll pick up the duffel bag over here on this side. And we're going to go ahead and bug out of here. Bring it on back. And so, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Instead of going back to do the masks, we're here. I'm already in the actual chop shop. And now we can launch the McTONY Robbery, and let's go ahead and just do a quick little recap, little summary. Max sell value 360,000. We've got the scope out mission done. We've got the submersible mission, the planning work. We've got the sonar equipment, the optional disruption. We got both of the tasks, the security outfit and the cutting torch, and then the optional with the masks as well. So now we're good to go. Let's go ahead and kick off the actual robbery itself. Shout out to Lifesaver. Appreciate you helping me out, man. We went through it. One thing I'm going to tell you, we'll talk about this later in the video, but this heist is really buggy. All of these robberies are buggy, especially when you do them with more than one person. They can very easily bug out. We were dealing with a lot of problems with this. It's just very frustrating, but we got it knocked out, all right? So go ahead and you have to go all the way out here to the submersible, a little bit of AGL right there, no big deal. But guys, listen, this is really the best part of this robbery. This right here, taking the submersible in the water, and dude, you get to kind of swim with the dolphins out here. It is this is really, honestly, this is my favorite part of this robbery. We had to do this over and over several times because of the bugs and stuff, but it was just so cool to see this. I'm very proud and happy with how Rockstar handled the wildlife in this game. I was really worried about it, as you guys know, but this is lovely. This is really cool, very nice. I love that. You'll be in this submarine for about 7-8 minutes, so enjoy the scenery. You got the crashed plane and a whole bunch of cool stuff over here you can check out as well. But yeah, swimming with the dolphins, man, that was so cool. I really enjoyed that. So that's my highlight of this heist. Everything else is just kind of like, it's all right, whatever. A lot of reused content, but it is what it is. No big deal. All right, so you can you mash the R3 button on your joystick and it activates the radar, so you know where you're going. You can see the submarine. You'll get that prompt on the screen. Just mash in the right joystick. It turns on the sonar. You're good to go. You got the outfits on, so the security guards won't be bugs with you. And guys, listen, you need over 15 headshots. So you need at least 16 headshots. Keep that in mind. You cannot die. And then you also have to find the head of security in under 1 minute. And so this is when it kicks off, right? There's going to be a lot of these sealed doors in here, too. This is what you use a cutting torch for. And this is going to play a role when you have to find the head of security within the first minute. All right, so we're going to head over here to this first sealed door, open this up. There's a couple of guards, or there's several guards in here. You got one up top over on this side. Going to mark him out. Just, pay attention. Watch your health and armor. Okay, you cannot die. But this is very doable, very manageable. If you do this with more than one person, do not walk over top of each other. It will mess up when you're aiming. Just give each other their space. When you're in here, you need to destroy these navigation systems and stuff like that. Take those out. Now, once you're done with that room, this is when you have to go find the head of security. So watch as I'm cutting this door. I went right back to where the submarine was. Basically, I double backed from where we came from. And as soon as you get that prompt right there, locate Tony's head of security, that's when the 1 minute timer kicks in, okay? So make sure you're cutting that door before you get that prompt. That way it doesn't eat up a bunch of your time. You have a guy right there. Make sure you're getting headshots, right? And as you see here, I'm watching my health and armor. I let Saver take point because I had to heal up real quick. Trust your teammates. Don't bunch up with each other. If you're getting tore up, back out. Let your backup get in there, okay? And again, headshots. It looks like from what we've been counting, there's about 22 guards in here. So you have a little bit of leeway, and that's including the head of security, right? So we're still, on the timer. We're getting into the head of security will be in this room in here. He'll be in either the mess hall, the kitchen, or back in the bunks back there. But as soon as you get that prompt that says eliminate Tony's head of security, that's it. You're good to go, all right? And this guy is heavily armored. So what I did is I brought in my assault rifle with armor-piercing rounds and was able to dispatch of him quite quickly. It still takes a good amount of damage, but that definitely helped out. And it seems like it, was able to kill him quicker than when I used regular ammo before. All right, so keep that in mind. Once you murk him out, you need to search his body for the control codes. All right, so keep that in mind. So again, when you get the prompt to find Tony's security guard, that's when the timer kicks off. And then once you actually get the prompt that says you've located him, that's when the timer stops. We had about 12 seconds to spare. So keep that in mind. You're going to use all of that minute getting over to him because you can't really just run through because you got bad guys all over the place. I mean, I guess you could, and just find them real fast. But, I probably wouldn't go that route. We're going to go ahead and pull in here, and then you're going to need to insert the control codes. Now, you can insert the control codes. That's fine. Do that, but do not take over the actual submarine because once you put in the control codes, now to give you the prompts to go over and drive. It says right there, take control of Tony's submarine. Don't do that yet. Go finish sweeping out the sub and get all the headshots you can. Just in case you missed one, you may have seen when we were in the navigation room, one of the guys that I killed, I hit his arm, not his head, and so that didn't count, right? So just make sure you sweep the submarine, and then you can take control of the submarine, all right? And all you're going to do is just drive it directly to the shore. You're going to beach the sub. You'll get this view right here. Just hit the whatever is accelerate for whatever platform you're on, the trigger, or for whatever key it is for on PC. And you're just going to be going directly towards that yellow check marker on your radar, right? It says right there, navigation systems are disabled. So just go in one direction. As you see here, the sub is thrown to the water. And you're just going to go right for the ground, and you're going to beach the sub. As you see right here, get a little bit closer, a little bit closer. You get a pretty cool little animation, little cut scene here. I like this. All right, boom. Roll up on that. And now, again, a lot of bugs with this. One bug we had, the head of security didn't spawn. Another bug we had, the vehicle wouldn't leave the bay. It's just it was really buggy, so just keep that in mind, okay? So after you beach the sub, you need to activate the landing pad. And we had an issue where it spawned Saver out of the actual sub, and I was still just crazy, right? This ended up working out though. We both get in the vehicle, drive on out. We'll go through the cutscene right here. Now, pay attention to your health and armor. I would go ahead and get your snacks ready because you're going to have Noose and the cops on you immediately, and they will light you up, right? And if you've ever done anything over here on this side of the map, towards the top on the west side, just go towards the train tracks, right? So just drive up north from your particular location, which is actually going to be east on the map, and find the railroad tracks and just take the tracks all the way into the tunnel. Now, be careful because the train will be on the tracks. Get inside the tunnel, though. You can lose the cops in here. You get a 4-star wanted level. You can lose them in here. And then you can bounce on out, take the train tracks a little bit further on down. And then you can cut through, little yeet, and get back on the road. And we're pretty much done from this point on, right? It's pretty much good to go. So driving on out, go ahead and get back to the salvage yard. Pull it on in. We'll take a look at the objectives again. You get the first time bonus. You get the objective bonus, right? Over 15 headshots. Find the head of security in 1 minute. No lives lost. All challenges completed. A good little payout right there. And I was the helper, so I got the 100 grand versus the 50 for being the host in the one time. So keep that in mind. So this is what I'm talking about right here. We had an issue. Now, if this happens, right, if you have a legitimate bug, right, I'm in the car, I can't, Saver was out, it spawned him outside of the sub. This is one of those issues, one of the bugs that we had. So he's out on his Mark II already, and we were fighting with it, trying to figure out if we could teleport back in, and it couldn't work. So if you come across a bug where the security guard, the head of security doesn't spawn, which happened to us, if you have some kind of issue for whatever reason, you can blow the car up inside the submarine. It takes like 3 explosive rounds from an RPG, and it will fail your mission, but it will spawn you back into your scrapyard where you can more easily and quickly restart this mission, okay? Because, again, we know once you complete this, you cannot do it again for another 168 hours. Now, you can run this with a buddy, right? The money doesn't count towards your career progress, the amount for the car, but it will count for the objectives, all right? So keep that in mind. So there you guys have it. I hope this video helped out. If you got any questions or if you got any extra tips or tricks you want to add, leave them in the comments down below. Thank you all so much for watching the video. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel for the ills and reals content in the game. Smash that like button, and we'll see you in the next one. All right, peace out. Yeah.